Wendy Williams just reignited all the Bieber marriage drama because apparently Justin did something wild the night before he married Hailey.
And they're also saying that the reasons they want to get married so quickly, the outsiders, is that they want to have a baby.
But what's really got fans spiraling now is Justin's own words in a resurfaced clip. He straight up said the marriage felt arranged and blamed it on their Christian family setting the whole thing up.
Definitely an arranged marriage.
In September 2018, Wendy Williams absolutely popped off with some scalding hot takes about Justin and Hailey's marriage that had social media in absolute shambles.
Back to the picture. I'm very disgusted with you. Yeah. Most of it.
Wendy began her Hot Topic segment with Zero Chill, highlighting the fact that Justin was only 24 and Hailey was just 21 when they said, "I do," making it abundantly clear that she was not in love with this marriage.
Justin Bieber. Okay, so Justin Bieber is 24 and Hailey Baldwin is 21. They say they may or may not be married. Now, you know, this is the Baldwin dynasty. And Justin Bieber, though he's only 24, he's been through a lot in his life. He's turned his life over to all kinds of religious stuff, which is apparently very good for him.
Wendy went on to explain that People magazine, aka the Bible of celeb gossip, was reporting that Justin and Hailey had gotten hitched at a New York City courthouse and were planning to have a religious ceremony with a major party later. But the real tea that had everyone gagging was when Wendy dropped the bombshell about their bank accounts.
And there's no nuptial agreement. He's worth $265 million. And she's worth $2 million.
Math is not made besties, according to Williams. Justin was sitting on a casual $265 million at the time, while Hailey's net worth was around $2 million. And the gag is Wendy claimed there was no prenup in the picture to protect Justin's massive bag. She followed this with a comment that was pure shade.
But in the name of religion, I guess it's all.
The audience ate up that sarcasm, and it was giving main character energy as Wendy basically suggested that the couple's God-Girl summer vibes were clouding their judgment when it came to the practical stuff like prenups. But wait, there's more. Wendy then dragged Hailey's father, actor Justin Baldwin, for letting his daughter get married while barely old enough to order a drink.
My thought is, shame on you, Justin Baldwin, the father of Hailey Baldwin, for co-signing on your 21-year-old daughter getting married. Like, she's not, and they've been on and off again, allegedly for years, these two, Bieber and this girl. But I don't care what your background is. These days, 21 is too young to be getting married.
When Wendy was at her worst, she only told the truth when she said that 21 is way too young for anyone to get married in today's world, no matter what the circumstances are. She even said that she would act like a mother figure if her own son wanted to get married at that age.
For a boy. Like, if my son told me he was in love and wanted to get married at 21, I'd be like, are you serious? Oh, no, you don't know. Who's this girl? Who are her parents? Let's gang up on these kids and make this not happen. Whatever.
Adding more fuel to the fire, Williams then suggested that Hailey's relationship with Justin was basically her big break, low-key shading that the marriage might be more of a come-up for Hailey and the Baldwin family than for.
The biggest thing that has happened to her is that she's with Bieber. Now we all, do you understand? And the biggest thing that has happened to this family in a long time is that they're attached to Bieber, who's attached to $250 million. Yeah. She's a pretty girl, though.
Williams then did a live poll with her audience asking if they thought 21 was too young to be getting married. And the crowd was like, period.
I just feel 21 is too young to get married.
She even extended her disapproval to Justin's age as well, basically saying that even at 24, he was giving too young to be tied down energy at this particular point in this day and time. But the real tea that had everyone clutching their pearls came when Wendy spilled what she'd heard about why the couple was sprinting to the altar.
20, 24, even that's too young at this point in this day and time. And they're also saying that the reason they want to get married so quickly, the outsiders, is that they want to have a baby. And they don't want to do it out of wedlock like everyone else.
Okay, Wendy did get a couple props for wanting to have a baby within marriage rather than pulling a surprise we're expecting moment outside of marriage. But she immediately went back to her tough love era, saying they should date, enjoy the world instead of rushing to become parents before they'd even had time to enjoy being young. And these scolding hot takes were all over sites like the Daily Mail, where Williams was quoted saying she didn't think the marriage would last longer than a tick. Talk trend even suggesting that Justin will be doing a drive-by at Selena's right after the honeymoon, and not so subtle nod to Justin's famous ex Selena Gomez. But Wendy's roasting of the Bieber-Baldwin union didn't end there. By 2019, as Justin started opening up about his mental health struggles, Williams' comments took an even more problematic turn. The Daily Star reported that Williams got called out for urging Hailey to divorce Justin because of his mental health issues, saying, "I think I'd want to divorce him in the name of love and friendship." This take did not pass the vibe check with mental health professionals mind coach Anna Williamson read Wendy for filth, calling her comments shocking and reminding everyone that marriage is supposed to be a through better or worse situation. The backlash highlighted how problematic it was to suggest throwing in the towel as a solution to mental health challenges, especially when Justin and Hailey had barely been husband and wife for a minute, despite Wendy Williams' predictions that Justin and Hailey's marriage was destined to flop. The couple has proved the haters wrong. Fast forward to April 2025, they're still going strong and even welcome a little believer into the world. However, the tabloids are still constantly trying to push the trouble in paradise narrative, keeping the convo about their relationship very much alive in the pop culture zeitgeist. Justin's commitment issues, the truth behind the wedding jitters, despite the fact that Justin and Hailey went from zero to married quicker then you can say. Yummy Justin has been surprisingly transparent about all the doubts and fears running through his mind before he proposed in January 2020 during a sit-down with Ellen back when her show was still a thing. Justin opened up about his proposal anxiety in a way that was actually super relatable. 11. One of the biggest pop stars in the world admitted right away that he wasn't worried about Hailey rejecting him. Rather, he was worried about whether he could actually step up and be a faithful husband. This is a kind of self-awareness that we rarely see from celebrities. It also shows that maybe Justin had grown up more than Wendy Williams gave him credit for in her hot takes. Justin then explained how he came to the decision to commit to Hailey.
I was extremely nervous. I felt like in the past we talked about, me asking the question, and I felt like she would say yes. So I wasn't really nervous about saying yes, but I think it's just I think I was more nervous about, am I going to make this commitment? Am I able to make this commitment as a man and be able to honor, what I say, because that's a serious commitment when you say you're going to love someone for better, for worse, and be faithful. That's a huge, am I able to do that? And so I think that was really what I was battling with.
In a February 2019 Vogue cover story that went viral, Justin revealed yet another shocking fact about his trust issues with Hailey. "It's been difficult for me even to trust Hailey." According to Business Insider's coverage of the interview, Justin's nervousness was not just wedding jitters. Rather, it was legitimate concerns about his ability to remain committed and faithful. This makes sense when you consider his previous relationships and the temptations that come with being a global superstar. This confession was part of a deeper convo about his past situationships and decisions that had basically destroyed his confidence in his own judgment. The article spilled that the newlyweds were already in couples therapy with their pastor Judah Smith, trying to work through these issues. Talk about starting marriage on hard mode. In the same interview, Hailey kept it 100 about married life, saying, "The thing is, marriage is very hard. That is a sentence you should leave with. It's really effing hard." No fairy tale propaganda here, just two young celebs being real about the fact that marriage isn't just cute Instagram posts and matching outfits. We can't ignore that Justin's trust issues probably stem from his messy romantic history, including his years-long on-again, off-again saga with Selena Gomez, which finally ended for good earlier in 2018. Plus, Justin and Hailey had their own complicated past, having dated from 2014 to 2016 before a breakup that People magazine described as very dramatic. This baggage definitely influenced how Justin approached commitment with Hailey the second time around. Justin's also opened up about how being young and famous have affected his ability to commit. In a 2016 GQ interview that Teen Vogue covered, Justin expressed major hesitation about rushing things with Hailey, saying, "What if Hailey ends up being the girl I'm going to marry? Right, if I rush into anything, if I damage her, then it's always going to be damaged." This indicates that Justin had been thinking about marrying Hailey for a long time before